It's really hard to make a good horror comedy in my opinion. What's up everybody? Back today with another review for you, and it's going to be for a film called Housebound. Came out of New Zealand last year, written and directed by a guy named Gerard Johnston. I believe this is his first feature film, and to tell you the truth, for him writing and directing it, it's a very strong feature. I'm definitely interested in seeing what he comes out with next, definitely. So let's get into the story of Housebound a little bit. It opens up with our lead character played by an actress named Morgana O'Reilly, and when I looked up her name, I was like, oh, Morgana, that's such a hot name. Whatever. She gets arrested at the beginning of the film. She gets sentenced to house arrest for 8 months with her estranged mother who lives in this huge freaking house. And when she goes to live with the mother is part of the comedy relief of the film. But she has to uncover the mysteries of what's going on with this house. Is it haunted? Is there something else going on? What's the real story? You know, you can watch the film and find that out. There's tons of twists and turns, red herrings, all kinds of cool stuff. And to tell you the truth, I thought it was really cleverly written. The characters were well done. Let's get into the good things. Obviously, that's part of the good parts, is the cleverness, the well-written characters. There's lots of quirky characters. Really well done. The humor is funny at parts, but it's kind of dry and it's not overdone. I hate when horror comedies try too hard. And this one didn't try too hard. It didn't even have to try too hard with the horror, because certain scenes, it had great intensity. There was, you know, mystery involved in this film. I was actually wondering what was going on. I couldn't figure it out. I hadn't watched the trailer, so I was wondering what was happening. And those parts were all well done. I mean, the characters were written smartly. The main character was written smartly. She wasn't stupid like most characters in horror movies, and I like that. I can appreciate it. But of course, there are some bad things. Don't want to go too much into the bad stuff because it's more like nitpicks. You know, if you're gonna set up video footage in a haunted house, why don't you look back at the video footage? The guy says he did at one point. Apparently he didn't see anything. It's kind of explained in the film, in the subtext, why he probably didn't see anything, and you can figure that out when you see it, but that was like, whatever. And the overall concept is probably slightly overly far-fetched and hard to believe at the end of the film. You're like, oh, could they have pulled it off? But they did it smartly. The way they explain things, the subtle foreshadowing they used, I liked all that stuff. So overall, like I said, I thought the film was really well done. Just the right amount of humor. I chuckled in a couple parts. No cheesy jump scares, but they did build tension. It isn't a completely horrible, shocking, evil, crazy, scary movie. It's kind of lighthearted. It's kind of scary in parts. There's a little bit of blood. Towards the end of the film, it gets a little more serious, but at the same time, they contrast it with a little more, you know, slapstickiness, I would say, with the violence. It's the type of movie you could watch on Halloween. It's the type of movie a non-horror fan, I think, is going to have a good chance of liking, because it's interesting, it's engaging, it's something a little bit different than your average mainstream, you know, stupid character horror movies. I liked all the characters in this movie. The security guy I thought was pretty freaking funny. He's a nice addition to the film. Every character was strong, so, you know, it's a small handful of characters, but it was strong. A little far-fetched, like I said, could have probably been cut by maybe 5-10 minutes. It's an hour and 44 minutes. But I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. If you've seen Housebound, let me know what you thought down below. Was it enough humor? Was it not enough? I know I didn't like Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I didn't like, what was that other stupid zombie one? Not Shaun of the Dead. I like Shaun of the Dead, but there was another couple zombie horror comedy shits that I didn't like. So, yeah, I liked Housebound. And that's rare for me to like a horror comedy. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye.